Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wise Tips. Eduardo, how are you doing today?
I'm excited. Coming back into something normal and providing the wise tips seems to be something natural in our week. So I like to be back to the normal thing.
Yes, definitely. Well, let me be the first to say, probably a lot of you guys have been going for this last month, but happy breeding season to those of y'all starting now.
Yeah, here you go. Everybody's excited
again.
like that.
So if you've gone ahead and watched last week's Wise Tips, which if you haven't, I would highly suggest doing that, especially if you're one of our equine breeders. Definitely go back and do that. There's some really great content there about some of the new features, particularly from the reproduction module that we added from this past year. And so today we're going to kind of go in that same phase. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and have Eduardo share his screen and we can start getting going. The first thing Eduardo and I wanted to bring to y'all was just a little reminder. I think we may have mentioned this once or twice, and we definitely mentioned it last time, and that is our website. Here at the very home page, there is a quick user help button right up at the top right there. Again, that will help link you to whatever kind of help you need. So please feel free to go and use that at any point in time, whether you just need a few extra, little reminders on some breeding stuff you haven't touched it in a while, or the new features, or of course, if you have any problems, please come contact us. We love hearing from you. So please, like I said, go ahead and use our website and get in touch with us.
Again, I really love this quick and easy access for our users. You can, narrow down where you're coming to us, which helps us a lot to get your help, to precisely what you're looking for. Just make sure you select your option and we'll be here for you.
Well, without further ado, we'll kind of jump right in the system. So the first thing we wanted to remind you guys, which again, I think we had mentioned about this, probably it's been a feature for a couple months, but as we're back into breeding season, want to just point your attention to it, and that is the OV confirmation shortcut we created. So Eduardo's going to go ahead and open up a mare record. So we have an example here, but you used to have to go into whenever you palpated a mare, you'd enter in a palpation, then you'd have to go to the breeding log and open her breeding record and confirm the OV. So that was like 4 extra clicks. So we've actually cut that down now to 1 click. Simply from their summary card now, after you enter in their palpation, you'll notice there's that little OV button right next at the end of the current status of the mare. Eduardo's going to click on that, and it's actually going to bring up her mare record from the breeding log. And so here, all you have to do is check the box to confirm that OV and hit save. Obviously, of course, alter the date if you need to. But again, we really tried to make sure that this was, again, all centralized on the summary card. So while you're going through that daily worksheet, 90 miles an hour, you cut down on those clicks.
I love these simple solutions. When people come with it, our users have sometimes so amazing ways of simplifying and make things at your fingertips. This kills so many clicks. And what is the most beautiful? It's how simple it is. And
Yes.
it does the job right there. It was beautiful. I really like this feature.
Yes. Well, along with that quick and simple, again, thinking of those people at the stocks here, now that your mares are rolling through, talking about frozen semen and breeding with frozen semen. Again, this was something from our wish list webinar that was brought up last summer that we implemented this fall for breeding season. And this was being able to cut down on those clicks for breeding mares with frozen semen. We actually went 1 step further here. So again, centralizing here on the summary card, you can just click right on breeding log. And now there's 2 options. You can either go to the breeding log, or you can actually go and breed your mare with frozen semen. So Eduardo's going to select the breeding with frozen semen. First thing you're going to do is just go ahead and search for that stallion that you're going to breed her to. And once we've done that, it's now going to open up all of these stallion records here. Now we even went 1 step farther. Like I said, not only did we try and shorten these steps and consolidate this, but we also went ahead and allowed you to, if you'll notice this, if you guys ship frozen semen, you probably notice this looks a little familiar. There on the very far left column there, you'll see there's a bunch of zeros. This is where you enter in how many straws you pulled from each one of these batches. So really nice ways, again, I know sometimes you got to finish off 1 batch, you've got 2 straws left, you'll just take that and do 6 from another. This is a great way to, again, pull the correct amount from inventory all at once without having to do multiple breeding records. You can simply say how many straws you took out of each batch, hit submit, it's all going on 1 breeding record. And then you can, of course, like I said, check for OV, and of course, hopefully check for a pregnancy or a flush a couple days later. So again, from here, there's also a couple neat functions on top. That is, there's a checkbox right towards the top left that says cross match with mare owner. So what this does is this actually cross matches the semen batch with the mare owner. And so, for instance, if you want to just pull from this mare's owner's batches of frozen semen, you can really quickly just go ahead and just pull up those available batches right from the screen by clicking one button. You'll also notice, and I'll brag about this because I have to, because Eduardo did such an awesome job with this, but you'll notice there's also that a big white box there towards the top right for tags. So that was another new feature with frozen semen this year, was the ability to actually add custom tags. Just like you can tag patients and customers, you can now tag batches of frozen semen. This was originally designed with different export qualifications in mind. You'll notice the default ones are export qualified for Brazil or I think New Zealand, different places. These are all customizable tags, by the way. So of course, if you have any questions about that, give us a holler. But if you want to tag your frozen semen batches in any other way, some really cool and great massive functions to do that with. And of course, now you can use it to sort and search for different batches as well.
This forming, especially in the frozen semen inventory, which, by the way, we have the Stallions Conference Management, coming soon, next week, I think, on the 11th.
Next week, yep.
So it shows how complex this topic is. And at the end of the day, it's not that the program is complex, is that your activity is complex. And we are just making it fit in the program in a way that will answer the questions you might have on how to manage a great number of straws in your inventory. Narrowing down the search of, straws for that owner, I thought that really sleek, the way that you can say, okay, because one particular time you might have dozens and dozens of straw batches in your inventory, but I want to narrow down only the straws that belong to this particular mare's owner. It's an amazing thing. Likewise, the qualification export, not mentioning the number of things they can come up by creating and customizing their own tags. It's, creativity is, it's like the sky. There's no limit to you. Just go for whatever it's in your mind. Most importantly than everything, it's the fact that only through wise tips, you're going to know about these little things hidden here and there. I'm glad that you're watching this, because only here, or maybe through scheduling a training session with us for you to know, so I think that the point is, this tool can do so much for you, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to have a bunch of things that you didn't even imagine about. So please take the opportunity, keep watching our wise tips, go to the histories we have on Facebook, or even schedule a session with us so you can get all these corners of things. Of course, that through our YouTube channel and here in the history on our Facebook page, you can go back and watch as many as you want. But the point is that if you make the time, if you invest the time to learn more, I'm pretty sure that the program, those little things you learn, is going to save you a bunch of time, which is going to be a return on your investment in time learning the application.
Definitely. Well, with that, it's been a little bit over 8 minutes, so we'll go ahead and call it a wrap for today. But thank you all so much for joining us. And of course, if you guys have any questions or need help, please don't hesitate to reach out. And we look forward to hearing from you. We'll see you next time.
Bye.